That's right, IPID is investigating this matter. The spokesperson for the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, Ndileka Cola, now joins me on the line. Thank you very much indeed for your time, Ms. Cola. So indeed, IPID is investigating this matter. I understand that the executive head of IPID was in Eldorado Park this afternoon. Has that meeting been concluded? I understand that meeting was with Nathaniel's parents.
Indeed, Crisalda, good afternoon and thank you for having us. The Executive Director of IPID, Ms. Ndileka Cola, has indeed visited the Eldorado Park area, but because it's quite violent and there were still quite community members outside the police station, so also the family members were not in their home when we arrived within the area, so they were somewhere, it was convenient for them to meet us at the police station. So we've met the family, we've met the parents and two other people. We met about 4 family members. And in principle, when we met them, the executive director of IPID wanted to not just to deal with this matter as a 16-year-old boy from Eldorado Park, but she wanted to speak to the family on the human level, that they must. She also wanted to make sure that they understand that IPID is an oversight investigative authority and what we are doing, and that we are separate from the police, so that they understand how we also need to be working with them to ensure that this matter is expedited.
Ms. Cola, I also understand in the statement that you had earlier released, you indicated that IPID investigators struggled to access the scene due to the volatility of the situation. Have you managed to get any other statements as yet, whether it's from some of those who were in close proximity to that area where this incident is believed to have taken place?
Crisalda, is still a challenge to get key witnesses to speak to IPID, because there's this witness that we've seen on news yesterday that we are still hoping as IPID that they will be able to speak to us, but they seem to have been threatened and they are sort of afraid of speaking, of coming forth with the information. But when we had a meeting with the family, the executive director pleaded with the family that if these people that are outside are supporting them in what has happened to their child, then they must cooperate with the process. So we are anticipating that in the next few days we'll be able to have witness statements from this key witness that seem to have witnessed this incident.
So at this stage, there seems to be an indication then that there is no preliminary investigation with any kind of result at this particular point. Preliminary.
Indeed, as IPID, the other challenge that IPID has is that this incident occurred on Wednesday, and IPID was only informed on Thursday morning about it. And as such, at the time, IPID struggled to access the scene. So as all that was happening, then by the time our officials were managed to get into the scene, then there was almost nothing that we were able to get. But having said that, IPID is going to be reconstructing the scene, and we started the process of hiring forensic investigators. So we are still going to get to the bottom of this, of what transpired in that particular scene, with the assistance of forensic investigators that are experts in the field. So we will reconstruct the scene, and ultimately we will find out what transpired in this particular incident.
All right, thank you very much indeed for your time. Independent Police Investigative Directorate spokesperson Ndileka Cola, thanks indeed for your time this evening.